Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. Guess who I am? I am Dr. Pat. And for many of you, let me just tell you right out of the gate, give you a heads up. Yes, I have been talking about crust busting. Yes, it was the name of this show back in 2003 and 2004. I think we made the switch in 2005. Because you all had a brilliant idea and found out that I actually did go back to school at a little bit older age. And so hence the Dr. Pat Show was born. But I'm saying that we are going to be bringing back on a regular basis crust busting. So yes, that is true. One of the things I learned along the way to becoming me today is that when we step out into the world in a big way, we have to build up our toolkit. And one of the things that I discovered was this age of meditation. Today, Diane Garrish joining us here today because she is somebody that has been out in the forefront about the new age of meditation and doing it with amazing recordings, amazing mantras, and with new age recording in a whole new way. Today, you're going to get to hear from somebody that has been an author, best-selling author. She is out there who's talked about money, manifesting. She has an award-winning album, Mystic 9. And for those of you out there and you're thinking about how do we understand the power of this? You're going to hear from somebody that is an award-winning new age recording artist, but more than that, about somebody that understands the power and the potential to connect with our angels, connect with spirit, and live an incredible, incredible life. So today's topic is all about this new age of meditation, the health benefits from it, which I learned firsthand. How do you learn about the health benefits from it? Well, lose your health. That's how you learn, and much more. Diane, great to have you here.
Hi, Pat. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me on here.
You bet. You know, I made a statement, and I want to talk about this. You know, you don't know what is it? You don't know what you have till you don't have it anymore. And when it comes to health and wellness, and you really discover your life without great health, you seek out those things that are going to support you and get you on track. This new age of meditation, which you have literally put your stamp on and created, that's what I discovered. So let's talk about when you first discovered meditation and how it was channeled to you.
Okay, so this is quite a story, Pat. So I hope we have time. Okay, so in 1993, and everyone needs to kind of go back there because we didn't have really the internet. The internet was just coming up. We didn't have all this technology, and I've always meditated. So in my meditation, a meditation was channeled to me. And that meditation, I didn't really know what it was. So I thought, well, I'll call my friend, and I'm going to kind of guide her through this, and let's see where this goes. So I called her. Her name was Mary. And she's not a psychic or anything. So I said, Mary, I had this thing channeled to me. Would you mind just kind of, let's go on this journey? She said, fine. So I guided her through it. We were on the phone. And there's not to give you a spoiler or anything, but there's a place in this original meditation which became the meditation called A Healing Journey, and is still out there today. So I said to her, let's go on this. And she said, fine. So we're here, and in the meditation, there's this place that you come to this mirror, and you look in the mirror, and you go, who or what do you see? And remember, she's not a psychic. She's just a person. And she goes, so I go, Mary, who or what do you see? She says, Mary. I see I see Melody. I go, I was really perplexed by this. I go, do you know a person named Melody? And she said, no. And I said, well, neither do I, so let's just go on. And so we did, and we concluded and whatever. And then there came a time where I wanted to set the meditation to music, and I knew there was more to come here. So I was referred to somebody. I remember it's 1993, so I wasn't really set up. I wasn't set up for the recording studio. We didn't have what we have today.
No.
So found this woman, and her name was Cheryl, and sent her the meditation. She said, sure, I can do the music. I said, fine. But she sends me and in those days it's a cassette tape, right? So
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, now we're going back.
We're going back.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
She sends me the cassette tape, and on the return address label, and her name is Melody. And I go, excuse me, what do you mean, Melody? I go, what do you mean your name is Melody? I thought your name was Cheryl. She said, well, my stage name is Melody. So this woman shows up in this meditation, before it's even happening. And so that was weird. And then the whole, so my first deck of angel cards came out of that meditation. So that very first deck, which is out of print, by the way, at this time, because it was, it came out in 1994. So those cards are all scenes from that guided meditation. And I thought to myself, what is this? What does this all mean? Well, it was the beginnings of 3D, multi-dimensional manifesting and meditation. So fast forward to today, and here's where we are. Now we have the technology to do it, and now everything's changed. Now we're here with the meditating.
Yeah, and we're here in a time where, and I agree with you, something went on in 1993. I mean, that was, I think it started a little bit in 92. I went through a major life change, right?
Yeah.
And 93 ended up from East Coast to the Pacific Northwest. So clearly there was some energy in the air. Why do you think that this came to you then? And what did you know about this idea of meditation that had come now for you to define for yourself and for the world?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Because this is not just like, oh, wait a minute, somebody gave you an idea. It's like me. Like, I didn't wake up one day and say, oh, my God, let me get out there and get behind a microphone and talk about stuff I don't even have a clue about. And let me go do that. And then, by the way, let me, Let me go ahead and start like a network. No way. Are you kidding? I stuttered through high school, so no. But you must have been tapped on the shoulder by an angel to do something. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking.
Well, it's true, Pat. And, so I came in here kind of as a different sort anyway. And well, from the beginning, I knew I was just not, that didn't fit anywhere. But the thing is that when this And I've always meditated. So when this thing came, and when this melody showed up in this very first thing for somebody who isn't psychic, I thought, okay, this is big. What is it? What am I supposed to do with it? And show me the way. Because I was perfectly willing to go on that journey, but just show me the way. So it was kind of a long sit in terms of, well, where we are now with technology catching up.
Oh, yeah.
But for the world, we manifest and we meditate in 3D, and this is one of the things that we've forgotten, is that we are multidimensional spirits, and I don't mean that in a woo-woo way. I'm really not a woo-woo person. I have 4 planets in Virgo, so I'm very, very earthy, but I also understand that we are mind, body, spirit. So we hear those words all the time. People just don't get what that even means. So meditation really helps us go to that place of mind, body, spirit connection. And that's what it means for the world. I mean, it's like, okay, at a time when we're hearing this, we're supposed to be one. We're not functioning as one. We're functioning as autonomous individuals. So we need to find a way to connect to the oneness and function as one. And that's what meditation really does for us. It brings us to that kind of universal place where we're not just focused on our earthly things. We're actually getting the bigger picture, which I got way back in 1993. So how do I know that? It doesn't make me different or special. It just goes, that's just part of my life purpose, just like yours, to sort of speak to the world. And so one of the ways we can do that is through meditation. And one of the ways you do it is through radio, right? So it's like that. We have to be one. We have to reconnect. And one of the things that's going on now with people is that we're being really desensitized, and we're being, at a time when we're supposed to be one, we're sort of splintering. And we're being told, oh, great, get in your own little bag and get focused on yourself and love yourself and all of that. Well, that's fine. But what happens here with the emotional body, which we need our mind and our body and our spirit and our emotional body too. So what's happening is we're getting disconnected from ourselves and from everybody else. Meditation is a way to bring that all together.
So when we think about this, we now know, fast forward to where we are now. And this is why I say, like, you are so far ahead of the curve. We're going to take a short break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about what is it that none of us could have really anticipated back in 1993 about the world, about what would be going on, about the explosive nature of our digital world, and why now do we need this new age of meditation in our lives every day? Not just when stuff happens to us and then we reach out for a fix, but what is it about this that we can take care of in the spirit of creating our heart's desires? Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to grow spiritually, expand your consciousness, increase psychic abilities? Well, there's a free app for that. Pure Light offers audios that transmit high spiritual frequencies to help you awaken to your full potential. Hundreds of audios created by some of the world's top energy healers, and many are free. Enjoy the latest in conscious technology and download Pure Light today. To find out more, visit purelightaudio.com.
Take your own journey with the angels with Claire Candy Hoff's Heaven Sent Guided Angel Meditation CD. letting go of concerns and living in the now. This beautiful CD walks listeners through practical exercises to help free them from the burdens, worries, and concerns of daily life.
Walking a quarter of the way across the bridge, you see a bright, emerald green light and sense a loving presence. This is Archangel Raphael's green healing energies, nourishing and revitalizing you. Take a moment now to bathe in this green healing light.
Giving you much more than just relaxation and stress release, this wonderfully narrated CD provides vivid visualization, soothing and inspiring music, and an angel's choir that will bring you peace, clarity, and a newfound awareness. Visit angelhealinghouse.com today.
Darcy Pariso is your connection to spirit, energy, and healing. You can meet Darcy in person at upcoming events throughout Seattle. Do you have questions about your animal companions, yourself, or do you desire to communicate with loved ones on the other side? Darcy will connect you and get answers. Darcy can also work with energy healing to help you and your animal companions feel more balanced and recharged. Visit darcypariso.com/events.
Are you looking for the perfect setting for your next workshop or retreat? At Spirit Fire Meditative Retreat Center, cultivating consciousness is what we do best. Our guests count on us to create an atmosphere that supports serenity and well-being. We lead from the heart and create space for the mind. Freshly prepared meals designed with local and organic ingredients, 95 acres of beautiful woods and pastures, and a facility built with green in mind. This is what you'll find at Spirit Fire. For more information, visit spiritfireretreatcenter.com. To find answers to life's questions, you need to look within yourself. Dr. Glenna Rice brings your questionable conversations on Transformation Talk Radio each month. Tune in each month for insight into how you can live up to your full potential. Dr. Glenna is a physical therapist, certified Access Consciousness, and Access Body Class facilitator. How does it get any better than this? For more information on Dr. Glenna Rice and her work, visit glennarice.com.
Hey, listen, welcome. It's so great to have all of you tune us in and turn us on. Thank you so much. I mean, one of the things that I was so thrilled to find was this vast array of not just information, but this beauty that Diane has created. And, you know, this is really when you come across someone that doesn't just chat about all the things in the world that could help us in the world to live the life we truly desire, you know, from the heart. And then you find somebody that actually has created it. It's something that I get super excited to share with you. So for those of you out there, please take a look at this. DianeGarris.com. Let's start there. DYAN Garris, GARRIS.com. And when you get there, what you're going to find is you're going to find an amazing spiritual toolkit that will help you, whether it's looking at Angels of the Morning, Oracle deck card, or guided meditation, psychic readings. Just take a look. But mostly, there's a fabulous CD there. And when you get there, take a listen to Mystic Sea. So beyond all of that, you're going to get to experience Diane's gifts and talents in the world, but also her fabulous, fabulous music. And the way to get to her music, just so you know, is to go to DianeGarrisMusic.com. So all of this is, you know, when we're thinking about the story that she just told, and you're thinking about how does one get to be in the world and show up with our dream and living our dream, this is really super important to look at. And then on Transformation Talk Radio, there's a special link, and I'll tell you all about that in a little bit, for a free gift for everyone. But this is what we mean when we say having our hearts lead us and then follow with the action to get us there. Diane, it's great to have you. I mean, before the break, what I was talking about was fast forward to where we are today. And when I made my change in 93, and then you made yours, and then again, another 2003. So I don't know what's going on with all of these intervals like this. And, then 10 years later, here we are bringing a message to the world. Why should we meditate? And not that wasn't important in the past to understand meditation, but why should we meditate? And how is meditation, the way you and I talking about it, much different than the way that meditation had been described 20, 30 years ago? Because back then, what I remember is it was totally about, you got to do it this way, and it's got to be done like this, and you got to be sitting on this, and now we have changed this. Tell us about the new meditation, right? You're laughing. You know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
I know.
It's funny because geez. All right. So it used to be that meditation, they always talked about it. You do it in the seated lotus position, right?
Yeah, my God.
Right.
Ouch.
And right. And one of the purposes of this is because when your spine is straight, what happens is the Kundalini rising, which I'll simplify that. That's the energy that we feel when our chakra pipeline is open and clear. So when we're in that lotus position, that can rise up more easily. But the problem is a lot of people can't do the lotus position, and it's physically uncomfortable for them. I know it's uncomfortable for me. So, but what happens is it becomes distracting and counterproductive to the actual thing, the peace and everything that you're trying, the connection that you're trying to achieve. So some people too just can't meditate sitting up. So in any meditation, what's important is that you're finding a position that you're comfortable in, and that your intention, your total intention, is to stay awake and don't fall asleep. And no matter what that position is, you want to keep your spine relatively straight because you want to make that clear pathway for the Kundalini and the beneficial energy to travel. So, there's no right or wrong way, but the issue is stay awake because you have to make that staying awake a conscious intention because that is where the learning can start integrating. And what happens is that when you're doing that, you're making that a conscious intention, you're setting the stage for your own intuition to come in or to get stronger, because then it becomes like what we're calling, what I call conscious channeling. Mm-hmm. But really what's happening is you're constantly channeling, you're consciously connecting your mind, body, and spirit, which is what we want. So to answer your question about why do we even want this? What's happening is this. As our technology is progressing here, what's happening is our emotional body connection is deteriorating because we're becoming desensitized, and not just to ourselves and to our emotional bodies, but to each other. So what I call is like we're kind of splintering. Our emotional bodies are splintering. So when we're meditating, we can reconnect, and not just to ourselves, but with everything. So, how many times do we hear this? We're supposed to be perceiving ourselves as one. We're supposed to be rising up here. We're supposed to be ascending, right? You hear that, right?
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
So what's really happening is that we're becoming more and more separate, more and more into our own little bag. So if we're meditating, and I'm talking about this consciously doing this, we can start bringing everything together. That's that. I even hesitate to use it, mind, body, spirit. But the more important part of that is bringing the emotional body back into a place where it can actually feel something. Okay? So people don't meditate because, they perceive it as work. And so we have this technology that's great. It's great. It was so different than 1993.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's happened is we're being bombarded by just overload. We're on overload. So what happens is if it's perceived as work, which meditation is, it's going to get shoved aside because, oh, gosh, that's work. I'm just going to shove that away. But the other part of that is people tend to procrastinate and they put themselves last. So they're going to say to themselves, well, I'll do that meditating later. Maybe I'll do it tonight. Then tonight comes and they shove it off again. But see, if we start looking at meditation, and I know you can tell I'm passionate about this, right? So if we start looking at it like connection, rather than exercise, or rather than work, and if we put it at the beginning of the day, what ends up happening, Pat, is that if we change our pattern, we have now set the stage for the ability to transform our entire life. And that doesn't just happen on the inside. What happens is it starts changing everything on the outside.
Oh.
And and it's just a consequence of going, look, I'm going to do this first thing. And the beauty of it is, in 1993, we had to do it for a half hour, right?
Right.
Well, now we can do it for 5 minutes, and we can do it in a whole different way than we did it. So we don't have to sit in the uncomfortable lotus position. We don't have to spend a half hour, and it can be just a whole blissful experience. So I hope did that answer it?
Well, yeah, and when we come back from break, we're going to talk about why. Because, the world has accelerated in terms of the pace that information is being gathered. And, I have a theory about, why this change can be made when we talk about the new meditation. The other thing is it really goes in line now with what we've learned about exercise. It used to be that people said to you, oh, you got to go and work out on the treadmill for an hour. Now what we're looking at and we're learning is that, if you're sitting at your desk and you happen to have a stretch band and you take 5 to 10 minutes to simply build up a muscle or work on something to move that muscle, it has an effect. And so we're learning about this incremental flow, what it means to be in the flow. And meditation, the way that you talk about it, is perfect for this. We're going to take a short break, everybody. Yep, you got any comments? You got any questions? 1-800-930-2819. Do you want to get some help on stepping in to the new meditation today? What is 10 minutes of this? How does it change your life as it changes your days? It's like my mom said, honey, you can either have the pay me now or the pay me later. What's it going to be? Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Are you stuck in unhealthy habits, toxic relationships, or low self-esteem? Do you crave a life of inspiration, love, self-acceptance, and fun? Sounds like you're on the verge to your next big thing. Join Laura Richer, host of On the Verge Radio, helping you use your breakdown for a breakthrough, overcome life's greatest challenges, and live the life you want and deserve. Tune in each month on Transformation Talk Radio or visit SeattleHealingHypnosis.com for more information.
Relationships are bridges. Truly, they are bridges. Think about it. We're all here for our journey, and relationships help us fulfill ourselves, find ourselves, and get to the highest potential. So as you fulfill your dreams, you also give people space to fulfill their dreams. So remember, integrity, respectfulness, and nice, deep love and soft touch is essential for every relationship. So what are we not going to do? We are not going to possess. We are not going to be overly attached and be a tag-on. And we will not unnecessarily get involved or control others. Because when we do so, we lose ourselves, we lose our path. So let us live with love, respect, and some beautiful dignity.
Are you ready to make deep, lasting, transformative changes? Then tune in each month on Transformation Talk Radio for Susanna Jameson's hit show, Love, Light, Sound Radio. During her show, Susanna inspires and supports spiritually and health-conscious individuals all over the world to reconnect with their hearts, their inner peace, and balance. Love, Light, Sound Radio. Transformation happens here now. For more information, visit SusannaJameson.com.
This is Debbie Pokornik with a moment for standing in your power. Self-control begins with noticing how different feelings present themselves in your body. When you're feeling sensitive, for example, your chin might quiver, tears might well up in your eyes, and your voice might catch in your throat. Anger, on the other hand, might appear as tension in your jaw, back, or arms, along with clenched fists, heat in the upper torso, scowling, and a strong desire to yell. The more aware you become of your body cues, the easier it will be to recognize when you're on the road to disaster. Choose the emotions that cause you problems, then start noticing and logging the body cues that come with them.
For information and to work with Debbie, visit empoweringnrg.com. That's empoweringnrg.com.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's so great to have all of you tune us in and turn us on. Diane Garris is joining me here today. Again, I want to send you right to her website, D-Y-A-N, Diane, D-Y-A-N, Garris, Garris.com. Please go over there and take a look. You'll find out pretty much everything I've been talking about. But then, if you go to the music site, where you'll find what we're talking about, you can come over here to Diane Garrismusic.com. And then when you get there, you'll be able to listen to everything from, the Mystics 9 album, Mystic C is right there, and all of the above. So please check it out. Diane, one of the things I want to ask you about is I made a comment during the break, and I really want to tap into it. And it is this idea about here we are in this fast-paced world. And I said something to you like, listen, 5 minutes of meditation today in today's world is the equivalent to what it was to what 50 minutes was in 1993. Is that true or not?
It's true. It's true because with our technology, we've sped up our time. So we've sped up the world with the technology. Yeah, very true. Yeah.
So tell us the effect on that, because we're at such a fast-paced world that we don't even believe we have time to stop for 5 minutes, and that is really got to change.
Well, it does. So in, way back when, we needed a half hour. Now we only need 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, okay? So, because it's sort of like what cost us, a quarter way back when now costs us, $10.
Oh, boy. Yeah, don't even talk about that. I went to the movies the other day. What a shocker.
It is a shocker, but it's like that because it's not just, inflation. It's a speeding up of that time here. So if we, as a psychic, I look at time differently. So time is, if I stretch out I'm good with timing because I can stretch out the timeline and look for the blips, and then I can tell you when it's going to happen, roughly. But time is a man-made kind of thing so that we can deal with things here on the earth plane. So what we have done with our technology is we have sped up that time. We've sped up time. So that's fine. So we just go, okay, time is sped up. So, I only need 3 minutes now. I don't need a half hour. I don't need to exercise for an hour. I just need 10-minute interval training. It's the way you do it. Okay, so that's what's different about what I'm doing with meditation. And my business associate and I decided to start this website, spameditations.com. And that's where you're going to find all of what we're doing with the video meditation. So we have them still as MP3s, and then we also have them as video meditations. Now, what really happens is kind of magical. I'll take the MP3 meditation, and when I make a video out of it, it changes and morphs, and it becomes this magical thing. And I said to myself, okay, Spirit, I said to myself and Spirit, how do people meditate when they're looking at a video? And Spirit says to me, well, hello, we're in it's what you came in, when they started doing in 1953. You just have the technology behind you now. So it's multi-dimensional manifesting. You can meditating and manifesting. You do it with your eyes open. Yeah. And one of the biggest things with people in meditating is, oh my God, I have to take a half hour and then I'm going to fall asleep. And then, okay, well, with this, you're engaged in a visual, visuals, stunning visuals in a lot of cases, and then you have the voice, and then you have that whole 3D experience.
Yeah.
That is what's taking you to a different place in meditating. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Now you're integrating this in a whole different way. So, for example, and you know this, if we're watching TV, we're, and go back in time here. So way back when they didn't have TV and people had radio and they were all gathered around the radio, right? You get that visual. They're gathered around the radio, and that's their only form of communication. And they're listening, but they're listening with one part of their brain. Then TV comes along, and now they're listening and they're watching. And now something else happens, right? So we're just kind of fast-forwarding this into today with the technology of, wait a minute, I can make like a little short movie that's going to transport you, because my work is like journeys. My company name is Journey Makers, because I know I'm making journeys, right, from way back when. So it's like little journeys. So they transport you. So if someone says to themselves, I don't have 3 minutes to take a little journey out of my out of my stressful life, of course you do. You do. Put it at the front of your day, and then, like I said before, watch your entire life change, because meditating is not just, oh gosh, I need to connect with the Great Spirit in the sky. I know I ought to do that. This is, wait a minute, this is connect with yourself and reconnect. I can't emphasize this enough. Reconnect with your emotional body so that you actually feel something. That's going to connect you to the oneness that we're hearing about. Oh gosh, we're one, we're the collective. Well, we are, but with the technology, we're separating ourselves. This is a way to come back to yourself and to the collective. and de-stress yourself, like in a major way.
Well, you know, one of the things you're talking about now, and I really want to, you know, zoom into this. We now know video or imagery, let's just call it imagery. We just now know that imagery has an imprint on our minds and can affect us both at the conscious and subconscious level. And when we are willing to look at, and by the way, everybody, you're going to see the free meditation. If you go to facebook.com, Transformation Talk Radio, you're going to see the post right there. But if you take this time, what happens is it's almost like an eraser where you have a bunch of stuff on your whiteboard and you get the eraser in your hand and then you decide, okay, I want to be done with that project, and you erase the board. It allows for the next wave of possibilities to come in. And that's really what we need in today's world is rather than problem solving, we need possibility generation.
That's it. That's why I call it 3D multidimensional manifesting and 3D multidimensional meditating, because we're at a place in our evolution where we are creating in multi-dimensions. So if you bring in the video part, you bring the voice part, and the idea is not to hypnotize anybody or take out anybody else.
No.
And it's not just an escapism thing. What it is connection. And all of a sudden you realize, wait a minute, I am so connected, and I did that in 3 minutes. Whoa. It's a big deal. So I don't need a half hour.
Yeah. The other thing that I do, and I've learned to do this, I mean, as a matter of fact, one of the things I do is if there is a question that I need some insight on, like later on today after the show, what I'll do is I'll watch the meditation and listen to the meditation that we just posted, but I'll have something in mind. And the minute that I get that possibility, right, I immediately draw insight into the next layer. And my response to this is, and I really want to make this clear for folks, this is the new meditation. This is what we're talking about. And the reason that this is so powerful is that the minute we stop long enough to take our focus away from our worry, to take our focus away from anything that was just up for us seconds ago, we start to shift and rewire ourselves. Don't you think that, we now have the science behind this? Exactly.
We have this. Why not use it? And that's what we've done here at Spa Meditation. It's spameditations.com. And we have, we have, since we last talked, we have like 70 meditations there.
Yeah.
So you can get them in MP3 and you can get them in video, but either way, whatever works for people. And then you can live stream, or you can download, and live stream some of those larger ones. But to kind of give you this, we're talking about to give you a contrast in that very first meditation that we did in 1993, a healing journey is what it's called, still out there. Yeah. And it's available on spameditations.com too. But the very first meditation was like 32 minutes. And I'm like, my God, people are going to fall asleep, even back then. and now, I actually redid it and shortened it up. And the best I can do there is about, I think it's 19 minutes. But because it's a journey, and you go on this journey, and you meet your guardian angels, and you go through your chakras, and you get this healing gift. It's really an amazing meditation, still is today. But I made it a little shorter because I knew people were falling asleep. But it's just really, really powerful. So I have some We have some longer ones like this. So this is the longest one, a healing journey, because it is all through there. It's like that whole journey through the chakras. But we don't need to spend, like, for example, a lot of meditation is breathing, right? And years ago, you could spend a good, 8 minutes just on breathing, just to get yourself grounded and focused and centered and, really into that flow there. Well, now we can take we're on the abbreviated method here. We can take three deep cleansing breaths at the right pace and get to the same place that we could years ago with, 8 minutes of breathing. So we don't need to spend all that time. But breathing is a super important part of meditating, actually, because the breath connects us to the emotional body. So we do need to breathe. We need that. But we can just spend less time with it, kind of like interval training. So we go a little slow, and then we go a little fast, and we go a little slow, a little fast. That's effective.
Yeah.
So it can all integrate.
Well, this is what we're talking about. Look, if I want to, and let's just say I don't like the word want, I like the word desire. If I have a desire and it's not showing up in my life today, there are usually a couple of reasons that I can point to now, for my own personal stuckness. And what I've discovered about what you're talking about, especially the video meditations, and I want to just tell everybody, spa-meditations.com. spa-meditations.com. And of course, we just posted that on social media. We just posted the free download. But the thing that I just mentioned here is that we are now learning the tools that it takes. That's why we're looking at virtual reality now, and virtual reality, bringing those things forward to help the body heal. We're now looking at images that, I have a friend that literally created an animated video of a Lyme disease spirochete and literally showed it attacking. And, he did this as a result of us talking to him about the video game we're putting together. It's a new concept. How do you have new ideas to shift the energy, to heal? Because now the complexity of healing in contemporary society has gone way to the abstract. There's no longer an illness now. There's 5 different spectrums associated with anything minimally, but meditation cuts through that, doesn't it?
Well, it does, Pat. You're right, because now as we move into 3D or 5D, as some people call it, or
5D, yeah.
8D or whatever, but I just call it multi-dimensions. As we move more into the place where we see ourselves and function as multidimensional people, then, yes, we do have 10 illnesses. And the challenge is to kind of get a hold of that and go, okay, wait, I'm still at my core mind, body, spirit. And so the key to this, Pat, is the emotional body.
Yeah.
How do I keep my emotional body from splintering off into fear mode, into anxiety mode, into I'm stoned or high mode, or because I don't want to feel anything mode. Okay, get everything together and go. All right, what I'm experiencing here is my multidimensional self. This does not have to be, whack us out or be crazy or, oh my God, how do I deal with this? It's just look at it like, okay, I'm just a little, I say, out of my body, all right? So we're here on the earth plane, we're in the body, we're in the physical body. In the physical body, we have our chakras and we have our emotional bodies and we have our mind, and so we need to just function get those things to function optimally together.
Yeah.
That's it. And if you can't spend 3 minutes a day doing that, then you're going to have a hard time in your life. If you take this and you put it to the first of the day, and you go, I have 3 minutes for myself. I'm just going to watch a 3-minute video.
Right.
And then what?
Oh, I think we may have lost Diane right there.
I'm there.
Good. We just bleeped out for a little bit. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
But what you're talking about is, you know, this is an opportunity for people to create the change in their lives that they want.
Yeah.
And that's really the bottom line for all this. You know, it's one thing to have a wish list. It's another thing to say, I'm going to do something to take the desire I have and turn it into reality.
Exactly, Pat. And they can do this. Everyone can do this so easily now. That's what I think the part that's missing. It isn't work. It's so easy. 3 minutes, 4 minutes for yourself in the beginning of the day. You're going to, where you see the change is because you're changing the pattern. And anytime you're changing the base pattern, you're changing it on the inside and you're changing the outside. And that's what happens there. That's how it gets changed. It's like, okay, I'm going to put this out the first of the day. I'm going to take 4 minutes. Maybe I don't have to do it every day. Maybe I do it on Monday. I do it on Monday. I'll do it on Tuesday. Right? That's what starts changing the outer life. And then for everybody to go, all right, hello, I'm just not a desensitized person living in an uncaring, crazy world. I am a multidimensional being, and I just need to accept myself this way. And, you know, just I know for myself, I came in here as this way, and I didn't meet anyone for a very long time that really even understood what I was talking about.
Yeah, I know.
You know, okay. So everybody just go, look, we're multidimensional beings. We're operating in a multidimensional universe. Whether it's an illusion or not, or virtual reality, it doesn't matter. This is what we have, and these are the tools we have. And this is how we work this. But instead of, what really, really bothers me, Pat, is that people are splintering off and they're going, I don't feel anything. I hear your words, but I don't feel you. So I often say, I'm going to go out of here with that same love that I came in with, and nothing's going to change that. So I would love for everybody to kind of just go have that attitude of you have an emotional body that feels something, whether it's feeling pain or whether it's feeling pleasure. Just feel your feelings, because that's the connective thread here. That's what makes you human. So when you desensitize yourself and you drug yourself, you go, I don't want to feel it, it's too intense. Well, then how are you any different than an artificial intelligence? Right?
Yeah. I think one of the things that I discovered along the way is that it becomes a new kind of healing. There's something about getting to be connected with your emotions again after perhaps turning them off, that when you use this new meditation to do it, having them return is a gentler process. And I think that's really, too, what we're talking about today. Wow, the hour has gone by so quickly. Thank you so much. One last question. What's your personal message? What would you like to leave us with today?
Oh, my God. Just be human.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You are the love. So be the love. No matter what's happening, just be the love. That's who we are, and I mean that in a real world way. Be the love.
I love it. Diane Garris, everybody, go check it out. spa-meditations.com. I'm Dr. Pat, going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
tried to swim against pulled me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and please, singing, come out of things unsaid. Shoot an apple off my head and a trouble that can be.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.